Hey, we're back for another week of Authentic Thursday. Sister girl, homies, what's up? How y'all doing? We are going into Christmas time and a new year. And this time is a time for giving, loving, gathering around, and reflecting on our year, reflecting on our life. So welcome to Authentic Thursday, where I am the owner and CEO of Inspired Bosses LLC, where we talk about originality, creativity, excellence, faith, and anything in between that makes sense to me, because I only speak on what I know. And most of the time I speak on my life or something that I've gone through or been through or seen. That's just what I do. I'm not an expert in anybody else's story. I'm an expert in my story. So I tell it how I feel like it is, okay? So I'm always raw, I'm always ready, and I'm always real, okay? Authentic Thursday, period. Hey, sis. And I did not get on here, you know what I'm saying, trying to act like I'm higher than thou, because I'm not. I want to say thank you to everyone who wished me a happy birthday. I feel so loved. I feel so loved. And honestly, today is just to share more of my story, right? To shed more light on who I am and why I do what I do. So you guys probably saw my video. I was talking about how I went through depression and I didn't have confidence in myself and my self-worth was all out of whack. And honestly, I had some cold nights, you know what I mean? Some lonely nights and some crying nights and some suicidal thoughts and some stuff, right? But the new me versus the old me, this is what we're talking about tonight. And I know you're going to feel me on this, okay? Because it's a constant battle. You want to do great. You want to be more. You want to do better. But it's like the old you is constantly at you. And I always say, y'all, the battle that we're going to be fighting that's going to be the toughest is the battle between ourselves. And so no matter how old you are, no matter how young you always are with yourself. This is something I tell my students. You are with yourself every step of the way. You shower with yourself. You wake up with yourself. You eat with yourself. You might include people on some of these things, right? On some of these activities. But you are always with yourself. And one thing I know, I can be my worst critic, the loudest voice in my head, that it is the most stubborn and the most mean and ugly. And so I used to tell myself things like I am worthless and I don't have anything to say and my story doesn't matter. But every time that I open up my mouth and every time I post something, one of you women, one of you men remind me of how important my pain was to turn me back to my power. You do. And I remember how powerful I can be if I allow myself to be. But then that old me comes in and kicking me down and shoving me and saying, you can't do this, you can't do that, or you shouldn't do this, or it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And the toughest battle I will ever fight is the war with myself. Because sometimes I don't know how to be graceful with myself. Sometimes I don't know how to forgive myself. Sometimes I make a mistake and I walk in the shame of feeling like I am just underappreciated. I feel like that I don't belong. I feel like that I stick out and nobody understands me. And that was the past. Those were the things that kept me down. As long as I felt like nobody was there for me, as long as I felt like I wasn't going to be able to do something, I was always in a place of where my old me was winning. And before 2021, you have got to get the old me together. You got to say, look at here, old me. I know you talking your stuff. I know you all in my face. And I know you got something to say. But the new me is showing up. And the new me has got more to say. The new me is taking control of my power. The new me is going to arise no matter what. The new me is going to talk to me differently. See, your mind is a garden. And a story that I had to learn or had to start telling myself is, if my mind is a garden, then I must plant fruitful and nutritious things in my mind. I can't allow just the wild things to go crazy in my head, because if I do, then the old me wins. And I never want the old me to win, but I do want to be reminded by the old me, because see, when I'm in touch with the old me, I can speak from a place of I've been there before. And I can be empathetic with somebody, and I can show somebody's compassion. But if I forget that the old me had done some of that stuff, then that new me could get too far away where I feel like, girl, I ain't did that in years. I don't know what that's like no more. So now I'm acting all bougie with my nose put up, and I'm just not like that. And so for everybody who's struggling with the old me versus the new me, I understand where you're coming from. Like, every day I am powering through to be the new me. I mess up. I make mistakes. I beat myself up for things. I go without food. But I'm in a better place now. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I have done the work to be who I am today. I have done the work to show up today to say something to you that means something to your heart. I've done the work. I am doing the work constantly. And it's not that we ever get to this place that we arrive, but we use our imagination to help us shape who we shall be. Because sometimes if we look at our past too long, our past reminds us of everything that we messed up on and everything that we weren't capable of doing at that time sometimes. But even in your past, there are some highlights of how strong you are. There are highlights of how powerful you can be. There are highlights of how wise you are. There are highlights of how much you can manage your emotions. And I really want to talk to self-worth tonight, because if you don't know me, I am Kay Johnson, and I speak to three things. I speak to confidence, I speak to self-worth, and I speak to vision. Confidence, because we all know confidence is the key to get you that money, to get you that man, to get you that job, to just get you through the door, right? And if y'all see my post on Instagram, look, I work with a guy who opened up doors, like he busting them things down. You heard me? Left and right, kicking them things down for me. I don't know what God you serve, what God you believe in, but that's the kind of God I serve, okay? And then vision. We have to learn how to see ourselves properly. Not just young black women and young black men, but older black women and older black men. I want to speak to the relationship between the man and the woman in society. Because if you look at society and you look at the man and the woman, you will see how this society functions. And I just got to be honest, our society is not functioning at a proper rate, in a proper way. A lot of the times. We have to get together. We have to stick together a little bit tighter, a little bit closer. But I do speak to vision, seeing ourselves properly, how God sees us and how we want to be seen in the world. You know what I mean? Vision is what drives you, right? Vision is what keeps you on track. Vision is what puts you back on track when you get off. Because baby girl, baby boy, I done been off track plenty of times, okay? Plenty of times. Like, y'all don't understand when I say the new me versus the old me, because I'm in a constant battle of walking in my healing versus walking in sorrow. I'm in a constant battle of walking in my truth or hiding from the world. See, I'm speaking to ladies, young ladies, and women who, whatever age you are, black women and young ladies. I'm speaking to you, those of you who are hiding your scars and your pain from the world. Those who have lost your identity in unhealthy relationships. Those of you who have let their self-worth be diminished by people's words and actions towards you. D, what's up? I'm speaking to those who are now ready or in a place to connect the dots of their story and using their voice little by little, day by day, to shine a light on what can be possible for somebody who looks just like you. See, 2021 is a new year, and this is the time that we start to reflect. We start to look back on our lives and we say, wow, I made it through this. And wow, I can do this. And even though the old you is coming after you with knives and guns and bombs, you are saying today, if I can just do this one thing today, I know the new me is going to win. See, I just got off the phone with my friend earlier, and she was, going through some things, right? And I was like, look, there's one thing I know, and I just kind of lost my thought, y'all. It kind of went away. There's one thing I know. There's one thing I know, that when you strive to be great, when you strive to be you, unapologetically, let me say that right, you can't really ask for more than that. Like, when I think about some of the things that I do or say or I want to be or anything like that, if I'm at my truest self at all times, then I can't blame myself. But in order to know what is the truest part of you, you have to look back at your past and say, wow, what happened here to make me this way? Do I need to change some things? Are there some beliefs that don't really make sense for me anymore? While you're at it, while you're liking and loving and commenting, because I love all that energy, go ahead and like and share this post. Go ahead and tag somebody. Go ahead and share this post to your store, to your timeline. It's free. You know, I'm not asking you to buy anything from me. Just go ahead and press share on your timeline. Because just going back to reflecting on your year, there's some things that you need to find out about yourself before you enter the new year. And I think it's time to sit down with a pen and paper, pencil, crayons, notebooks. I don't care what you use, your phone, your voice memos. It's time to sit back and honestly look at your life, your entire life, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are. Look at your entire life and say, what has my past taught me? And remember, you are where you are because of what your past thoughts were. And you're going to go where your future thoughts, where your present thoughts, you're going to go in the future where your present thoughts are. So if you're still thinking the same, okay, look, okay. If you're still thinking the same, then you'll be in the same place next year. And if you're still thinking the same next year, you'll be in the same place next year. But it's time to arise. It's time to call to your new self and say, look, we're taking over. Like, it's crazy, you all. Like, I literally have been seeing myself step up in ways that I didn't think I would. Like, I mean, honestly, when I do have a vision for myself, like, I know, I see it, right? I see it. I imagine it in my life. I imagine it with my eyes closed. I sit here and I think about it, and I can see myself in certain places, but I never really truly know what it's going to take me to get there. And y'all, if it was easy, I think everybody would be doing it. But see, a lot of people give up because the fight between your old self and your new self is the hardest fight. You got to get up every day and be ready to throw them balls. Like, you just got to be ready. And if you ain't ready, then what? See, I don't get on here trying to be all Miss Cute thing and everything like that. I mean, I'm cute. But the thing is, some people get on here, they do all their makeup, they do all this other stuff. I get on here and I come to you like I've been looking all day, okay? Regardless. I come to you how I am because I want to have an authentic conversation with you, because I think a lot of people are missing their own authenticity. Like, you literally have something to offer this world. You literally have something to offer your children. You literally have something to offer your students, your clients, your customers. You literally do have something to offer. And if you can never tap into that, then what is your life going to be? Literally, I want you to think about this. I want you to think about the things that don't serve you anymore. People, relationships. Let me tell you, baby, 2020 has God, not even 2020, God, my life, has shown me who's there. You know what I mean? Like, who support me. But you have to put yourself in positions to see this. Okay? See, the new self gonna put the new self in positions to see people at their truest selves, right? If people actually support you and you put yourself in a position for them to support you, you will see it. If people are hating on you and you put yourself in a position for them to hate on you, then you will see it. If people love you and you put yourself in a position for them to love you, then you will see it. See, people gonna show up, but you must rise to the occasion. That's just the bottom line, okay? That's just the bottom line, all right? Because period. So if you're going to be, you have to understand. I had to understand. The people that I'm around are a mirror of what I think of myself, of where I am in life, what I do in life. Like, it's really true when they say birds of a feather flock together. Like, no lie. And it's going to be hard for you to find the confidence to walk away from certain people. But let me tell you about the God that I serve, okay? Because he's the only one I know that does this. When people walk away from me, when I walk away from people, because I do that too, I will, boop, deuces, not good for me. Love you with the love of the Lord. Just can't hang out with you. It's tight. You need me? Call me, right? Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, the God that I serve, when you feel like people are being taken away from you, when you feel like you're being taken away from things, right? When you feel like you need to go away from things, let me tell you. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Y'all some church folk or something. No, for real though, he replenishes that. And honestly, if you can find let me say, everybody need to go to Netflix and watch A Call to Courage by Brene Brown. Because if you can find the power to be vulnerable, your true people gonna show up. Okay? Your true people gonna show up. So go ahead and share this. Tag somebody who needs to hear this. Like, I'm serious. It don't cost you nothing to do that, right? But for real, though, go watch A Call to Courage by Brene Brown on Netflix. Buy it on YouTube, movies, whatever you got to do. It's a great movie, and you will not be disappointed. Especially if you're in a place where you're trying to find the courage to be you. Especially if you're in a place where you're trying to find the courage to be in a new relationship. Especially if you're in a place where you're in a place where you're trying to mend things that have been broken in your life. Especially if you're a person who's trying to take the lead, a person that's trying out new things, and you're identifying who you are at your core. And I'm speaking to somebody. I don't know who you are, but I thank you for listening, because this is for you. It's the old you versus the new you. And sometimes the old you will win. That's just what it is. But you get up and you dust yourself off and you say, all right, okay, we ain't gonna do that tomorrow. And I was telling my friend that she was just pouring her heart out to me. That you have to find the courage and you have to find the strength day by day. I'm not praying for strength for a year, for next year. I'm not praying for wisdom for next year. I'm praying for wisdom right now. I'm praying for my strength right now. Like, I need the strength now. Because I don't know if I'll be alive next year. I don't know what I'll go through next year. And my prayer life may change next year. My whole situation is going to change next year. And so I might not need this strength that I have today for next year. There might not be enough strength for next year. I might need more, a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more going on next year. So be careful about what you pray for the years to come and time to come. And this is just coming off the dome, y'all. Like, this right here, this is new for me. This is fresh off the pot, okay? Dang, that's hot. Like, that's hot off the press, y'all. I ain't wrote that down at all. Like, that's hot off the press. Period. Hot off the press. Anyway. No, for real, though. Like, pray for what you need today. No, for real. Like, wake up. Think about what you're doing. Think about what you're pursuing. Think about your vision that you see. When you close your eyes, what do you see yourself doing? At your highest, most amazing point in your life, in your perfect day, in your perfect timing, in your perfect sequence, in your perfect synchronization, in your perfect syncopation. What are you doing when you see yourself closing your eyes, when nobody is around, when you by yourself? What are you doing? See, I'm a transformational speaker. I'm going to make you reach down inside yourself and pull some things up. I'm going to make you or encourage you. Let me not say make you. I don't want to sound too forceful, right? I'm going to encourage you greatly to deep dive into your life, because I do this. I'm a very introspective type of person, and it works for me. It works for me. But I share some things like a lot of people don't know. Yeah, I'm a beautiful face, but I got brains too. And a lot of the thoughts that you see me writing on my Instagram and stuff, that stuff comes from me. I'm not out here trying to copy anybody. Yes, I have inspirations and influences. And I might sound like somebody you know or close to somebody you know. But at the end of the day, I am who I am. And I have my own battle to fight. And you have your own battle to fight. No matter what anybody says to you, you have to reach down into yourself and ask yourself, when I am by myself and I close my eyes, who do I see myself as? Who am I married to? What am I doing? Where am I going? Who are my friends? Who are in my circle? Who do I confide in? What type of person am I? Because in order to do what you want to do in this life and let the old you lose the battle, you have to confront your new self and say, hey, we got to have a conversation. This is who I'm trying to be. This is who I want to be. Write it down. Get it in your head. Literally, y'all, 2017. One of the worst years of my adult life so far. I felt like, oh my God, I had went through a storm at the beginning of the year, and it put me in my bed. Oh my God. And you guys, if you heard my story before, you know I've had an abortion. So that was the year that I had an abortion, right? Oh, one of the worst years ever. And in November, that same year, 2017, that's when I started to study success. I got real interested in success, but I had to ask God, please give me another chance. And that's why I'm here today, 3 years later, okay? And yes, I've had suicidal thoughts, and I have not always been in the proper, I had to get counseling. I had to go to therapy, and I know that's taboo. I know that's taboo, especially in our community. But if you need to get counseling, if you need to get therapy for whatever situation that you're going through, go get that. Because at the end of the day, you live with yourself. I live with myself, and I want to be a place where I can be at peace with myself. No matter what she gotta say and him gotta say. Like, I want to be at a place where I'm peaceful with myself. And can nobody take my peace from me? So if I need to go get counseling, I'm going to go get counseling. If I need to cut the world off for 2 weeks, 3 months, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to go confide in the people that actually are going to be for me in all of my moments. 2017 was a rough year for me. It was. But I'm no longer standing in that pain. I'm standing on my power. And you have got to stand on your power. You have got to come out of your pain and stand on your power, because your pain points should be your prayer points, and your prayer points you to your purpose. Come on. I got that from Cindy Trim. I'm not going to steal it because it ain't mine, but y'all need to rewind this when I upload it, okay? And get that right there. Get that right there and share that with somebody. Go ahead and share this like this, because I'm talking for real. We talk about vision right now. What is your pain points? Find them out. And it's gonna be, let me tell you, you're gonna cry, because baby, I still cry thinking about some things. Let me go back to the story though. 2017, I started to study success. And the first win of my day back in 2017, this was before I went into my depression. I was kind of on the fence with my depression. It was cold months. I was going through it. I didn't love myself properly. I didn't see myself properly. I just didn't. And in 2017, I had to get rid of this savage mentality. The old me had to go little by little, and she's being sculpted away little by little. She's being, deuces. You know what I'm saying? So I studied success. You know what they said? In your morning routine, get you a morning routine. You make your morning routine. I'm not telling you how to make your morning routine. I pray, I meditate. I might work out. I might read. I might write. You know what I'm saying? But I get my mind right. I set the tone for my day. I think about things throughout my day. What do I want to feel today? Who do I want to be today? What's going to make me happy today? What do I need to complete today? Because I'm not just a human doing. I'm a human being. I am somebody, right? And so they said, get your morning routine. And your first win of your day is making your bed. Do you know I have not missed making my bed since 2017? Because that was the turning point for me. That was the turning point for me. I needed that small win. See, sometimes we think about the big wins that you need to post on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat. Oh, I'm 24. That's a big win. And it is. I'm not downplaying it. Oh, I just mastered this. I just got into this school. But the small wins, like making your bed. And if you're going through depression, you even just waking up and eating. Or not eating, overeating if you're overeating in depression. Or if you're stressing, you just stress today for 5 minutes. Or if you stress a lot, or you have a lot of anxiety, that you calmed your mind down for 5 minutes out of 24 hours a day. That is a win. And you got to make it count. Because I did. Every day. When I asked for my second chance from God, I needed it to count for me, not for anybody else. And that's my success story. And I'm still successful. You have to tell yourself, I am successful, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am wise. Y'all know I love saying that one. I am healthy, I am wealthy, and I am wise. Nothing can stop me. I will not be defeated. I am strong. I am loved. I am cared for. I am appreciated. I am a king. I am queen. I am royalty. I belong here. My name will be called in rooms I haven't entered before. I am powerful. I will make it through. Somebody needs to say that to themselves. We have got to stop telling ourselves stuff like, I'm crazy. I ain't meant for this. This will never go right. I will never get in. You got to stop saying that stuff to yourself. See, that's the old you. And the new you is trying to tell you, come on, catch up with me, because we got somewhere to go. Like I said, I'm a transformational speaker, so I'm going to make you think. I'm going to provoke thought. I'm going to prompt you to think about who you are, because a lot of what I've done is lose my identity and everything but the right thing. I'm just saying it like it is. I'm just being real. This is me. This is my story. Like I said, I'm an expert in my story. I'm not trying to be nobody else. I'm being who I'm called to be. I'm being who I need to be in every moment. And you have to say these things to yourself. I am who I am because I am. You are God's expression of what it means to be who you are. And it's okay to be who you are. Confront who you are. Get real with yourself. If you ain't right in an area, be real with yourself. Because everybody's not going to be real with you. And sometimes the people that are real with you, you cut them off. So how about this time around, you be real with yourself? Because I had to be real with myself. When I didn't want to hear from nobody else, I had to be real with myself and say, okay, you tripping. That ain't you. Let's get on the road. Let's do something different, okay? Because you tripping. Just bottom line. You tripping. Oh, man, y'all. I hate to be so deep all the time. But, man, look. I literally was, like, thinking, like, what am I going to talk about tonight? What am I going to talk about tonight? What am I going to talk about tonight? And it just came to me. New me versus old me. And you don't have to make a New Year's resolution. Go into the new year already doing what you're setting yourself up for, because you still have time right now. You still have time right now. Like, don't take for granted your time on earth right now. That's just real, y'all. Like, I'm just saying what's on my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the support. I love that you all support me. I love that you all share it. I love that you all can feel my story, because I'm not seeking really to take advantage of anyone. I just know that there is somebody who needs to hear what I have to say and hear my story from this perspective, from my perspective, and to hear how I made it through and how I'm making it through. Because every day is a journey. It is. But I love myself so much now, y'all, that I do not take no SH. Okay, y'all know what I was going. Y'all know. I love myself so much, man. I love myself. I take myself out on dates. I pamper myself. I pray for myself now. I lay hands on myself. I speak to myself properly. Not all the time. Because the old me, she be talking that stuff. She be like, girl, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You can't do this. And I have to pump myself back up. I have to use affirmations. I have to make sure my garden is nutritious. But I love myself on another level now. And can't nobody ever take my love that I have for myself away from me. Because I gave it to myself. Nobody else did. Not my mama. Not my brother, sister, daddy, uncle, auntie, granddaddy, nobody. I gave this love to myself. And I'm going to stand on this love as I continue to love myself more boldly and more strong and more powerful and more courageously. As I continue to be vulnerable with the people who love me for me. That's all I can do. And that's all I want you to do. You never know where your power will take you. You never know where your vulnerability will take you. Right? Woo! That was good. That was so good. I have some exciting news for you all. I am definitely working on a creative project right now. You guys are going to love it. I'm going to be uploading like behind the scenes. It's going to be on my YouTube. I'm looking to drop this creative project sometime next year, maybe March. I'm gonna solidify that tonight. I'm definitely thinking March, so y'all be on the lookout as 2021 opens up. I'll be coming out with some new stuff, and it's gonna resonate with y'all. I'm gonna tell my story in a different and unique way. So I thank you all for the support, and we'll be back. I think I might take off next week for the holidays. So I might just post something, you know, whatever. May say happy birthday. I mean, not happy birthday. Merry Christmas to everybody. And, you know, Happy New Year and things like that. I want to take some time off to kind of get some things together. But go ahead and do what you can do right now for your life. Reach down deep. Get the correct vision for yourself. Find the confidence to do the work. Remodel your self-worth. You have to reconstruct that thing. You have to take it for what it is. Be real with yourself and say, okay, hey, I got to fix this. Because I had to fix mine. Crying long nights, headaches, thinking I was not pretty, thinking I was not worth it, letting somebody tell me I wasn't worth it, just dragging myself through the mud, just numbing myself with pain. I'm so thankful to be here. So when I made that post about me being 24, I was so true. I ain't even supposed to be alive. On some real stuff. I ain't supposed to be alive. I ain't even supposed to be in my right mind. My mind's supposed to be gone. After how many head injuries I've had, almost getting shot, all this stuff, like, y'all just don't know. But I'm here, you're listening to me, and I know that you can do this. I give you so much power. And remember, as I end this live, go ahead and tag somebody, share this. You know, use what I've said to encourage somebody else, or use what I've said to encourage yourself on a daily basis. Watch the replay if you need to. I try not to be on here long. And this will be repurposed on YouTube, so if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, go ahead and do that. Inspire Bosses. And if you're watching the replay, drop in the comments, #replay. I love y'all. And guess what? We are healthy, wealthy, and wise. And always remember, be inspired.